If you haven't heard already, Brian Thompson was assassinated about 2 weeks ago on Monday in New York. They spent a lot of time looking for the person, but they did find a person of interest, and he is being charged in the murder of Brian Thompson. The name of this individual is Luigi Mangione. He has been charged in last week's murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City. He was taken into custody on unrelated charges in Pennsylvania earlier on Monday. Mangione, who was 26, was spotted at the Altoona McDonald's in the morning by someone who had seen photos of the person of interest in the case. Local authorities responded and arrested him on forgery and illegal gun charges. So someone found this guy and they reported him. I don't know how they recognized this guy. He's all the way in Pennsylvania, but whoever recognized him, they got pictures of him hanging out in the McDonald's and called the cops. The cops found him, and now he's being charged. Excuse me. So following him being charged, we have a lot of different statements. People are still celebrating the death of the CEO. I don't understand it. I think it's absolutely abhorrent. I think it's disgusting. I think anyone celebrating the death of this man is an absolute monster, and you have no reason to do so. All the justifications I have seen for this guy getting murdered are just downright evil. Everything from saying that he himself is responsible for the murder of thousands of people to saying that it's because he's wealthy he deserved to die. Just all kinds of insane rhetoric I've seen going around, and it's not just the left, it's not just the right, it's people from all backgrounds are celebrating this, and it's absolutely disgusting. I don't get it. How the arrest went down. Responding Altoona police officer Tyler Fry, nice, always gotta give props to the other Tylers, who is only 6 months on the job, said he directed Mangione to remove his mask. We didn't think twice about it. We knew it was our guy. Fry said he asked Mangione if he had been in New York recently. He became visibly nervous, kind of shaking at that question, and he didn't really answer it directly. So what do we know about Luigi? Luigi was an Ivy League grad. He has been charged in the murder. He was a valedictorian of his class at a private all-boys high school in Baltimore, where his wealthy family is prominent in the real estate business and owns country clubs and golf courses. So this guy wasn't like, he came from a wealthy background. He lived a very privileged life. Despite having a privileged background, Luigi Mangione was described by friends as humble and believed to be destined for a bright future. Not really anymore, right? Let's see. So someone related to Mangione was beyond shocked. It's unimaginable. Mangione was charged Monday night with second-degree murder in the killing of 50-year-old Thompson. Investigators suspect that Mangione held a grudge against the medical insurance agency and may have been inspired by Ted Kaczynski, who was the Unabomber. As police were escorting Mangione into a court hearing Tuesday in Hollidaysburg? That's a city? Okay. He yelled to reporters gathered at the scene, "It is completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people," before officers wrestled with him and hustled him into the courthouse. So it's being reported that he had a massive back injury, and he apparently sought out surgery. There were complications with the surgery, and this could have been why he held a grudge against the insurance company. But for someone that is wrestling with cops and stuff, he doesn't seem to be in a whole lot of pain. I mean, I get pretty bad back pain, but I don't know. I don't think I'd ever see myself fighting with cops if I'm having back problems, So who knows what the real story is. I'm not really sure what he means by it is completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people. I don't know what he's referencing there. I know his manifesto is out, but I'm not going to read it. Dude was a complete idiot. From the snippets I have seen, he complains about the mortality rate in the United States and blames it on the insurance companies. But you just look at the internet. I mean, how many obese people do you see advocating for obesity to be accepted and welcomed, and it's healthy and whatever else? We have not that long ago we had the Tide Pod challenge, people killing themselves over that. Like, there's a lot of reasons the mortality rate is what it is, and it's not the health industry, it's not the prices of the health industry. He also complained about how we have the most expensive health insurance here, but we are also one of the wealthiest nations in the world. The labor for these people cost a lot more. The standard of living is a lot higher. So of course, everything here is going to be more expensive because we have to pay the people doing the work. That's just basic economics. But, you know, for a valedictorian, he wasn't very smart. He didn't think things through. But let's see, what else do we have here? After an intense 5-day manhunt that took place to multiple states, Mangione was arrested at McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, when a customer recognized him for surveillance photos and alerted an employee of the fast food chain who called 911. Altoona police officers confronted Mangione, who was wearing a medical mask and sitting alone at the rear of the McDonald's looking at a laptop. They wrote in a criminal complaint that they asked Mangione whether he had recently been to New York, and the suspect became quiet and started to shake. Well, what we know about the New York City killing of healthcare executive, a man is being questioned in the fatal shooting. That's Luigi. Brian Thompson was 50. He was fatally shot in the back on Wednesday morning. You can find the video online. I don't feel like playing the video. It's been shared enough. You don't need to see it here. You can go find it. Excuse me again. Police say Thompson was targeted in a pre-planned killing for which they do not yet have a motive, nor have officers revealed a name. Well, they have revealed the name, so this article is a little outdated. But which other leads have police followed? Blah blah blah. Okay, I don't even know why I pulled this up. Wrong article, but so Luigi Mangione is reportedly the suspect in this case. Innocent until proven guilty. He is pleading innocent in this case. His lawyer is saying that there is no evidence, but which article was it? I had an article here that said that he was found when prompted for his ID. I just had it here. There we go. Mangione was sitting and eating McDonald's when officers arrived. Once in custody, police searched his backpack where they found a U.S. passport, clothes that matched the shooter's attire, a ghost gun with a suppressor consistent with the murder weapon, and a 3-page writing. So a lot of people are saying that he may have got caught on purpose because of the narrative. A lot of people were saying that it could have been a hitman, it could have been motivated by insurance and stuff. But if he did have a message to get across and that message didn't come across the way he wanted to, he could have turned himself in just to ensure that he can get that manifesto out, just to ensure that the narrative that he wanted was the narrative that people are going with. So it is weird. You know, the murder takes place in New York, he gets caught in Pennsylvania. But I don't know. He has all of his stuff on him. He's found with Monopoly money. He's found with the weapons and the IDs and stuff like that. He's had almost a week to get rid of all of this stuff, and he has just all of it on him. Seems a little weird. The lawyer is claiming that he is innocent. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what comes of it. But of course, in my last video, I was complaining about people who are celebrating this man's death. This man has a wife and children. It's the holidays and people are celebrating this man's death for whatever reason. Most of the reasons are because he's healthy, or the other reason I saw was because of United Healthcare is currently going through a class action lawsuit where they're being accused of using an AI to deny 90% of claims, which there are so many reasons that go into that. Like, sure, you can jump to the conclusion like, oh, it's a greedy company and they just want to deny claims and save money. Sure, yeah, that makes a lot of sense too. What also makes a lot of sense is, how much time is it taking for this company to go through claims? Are patients waiting months to get claims back? Are they looking for ways to speed up the process? I think in the future, it would make a ton of sense for companies like this to use AI, not to purposefully deny claims like they're being accused, but to use AI to speed up the process in which these claims get processed. So it totally makes sense that they would be using AI. But if it's found that they purposefully program the AI to deny claims, that's another thing. But even then, they're being sued. So if it's found that they're doing something illegal and they're denying these people's claims unjustly, then they will be found in court to have done that, right? So why do we then have to celebrate this man's death when we don't even know if they're guilty, and we don't even know this man's involvement? He's literally just a symbol of whatever these people want to rage about, whether it's him being wealthy, or being mad at the health insurance in this country, or the state of health care in this country, which I fully agree. It's, if this company is denying claims unjustly, that's horrendous, that's disgusting, it shouldn't be happening. But I don't think we should be celebrating this man's death. That's absolutely horrific. I've seen a lot of misinformation around this case even. I was watching LOLCal Live with Keemstar, Boogie, and Wings of Redemption, and Wings of Redemption did bring up this court case, but he was speaking in definitive terms, like it's already been confirmed to be true. This court case is still ongoing, and he also made the claim that 99.9% of claims were being denied. That's not what is being claimed here. What is being claimed here is that 90% of claims are being denied, which I know, not a big difference, but I think that matters. You're talking about 0.1 being accepted and 10% being accepted. So I think that does matter here. But I still don't think that this is any justification to be celebrating this man's death. They want to say that he's responsible for the murder of thousands of people because of claims being denied, but he's not the one denying the claims. He's, by that same logic, his insurance company also saved thousands more people by getting them the insurance they needed. And of course, we're not going to talk about all the people that get their claims accepted when they probably shouldn't be, right? We're only going to focus on the claims that get denied. But this will all come out in court. The court case will get settled, and we'll know about it eventually. So it's not even worth talking about. But people want to just be like, point to this and be like, oh, that's why, and he deserves to die. And it's just disgusting. It's disgusting what these people are saying. And I really feel for this family. This family is now without a father for the holidays. I lost my father when I was younger. I can only imagine what it would be like to go online and see my father's death being celebrated by people when he's not convicted of any crimes. His only crime was being a wealthy insurance CEO. That was the only crime he committed. And even then, the profit margins for these companies aren't massive. I mean, if you want to compare him to literally any celebrity, the CEO was taking home $10 million a year, which don't get me wrong, that's more money I will ever see in my life, more than likely. But you have people in MSNBC making $25 million. You have all these other people making millions for doing movies and lying on TV and all this other crap. This guy's actually doing something that benefits people, and he's only making 10 million. What if we didn't have insurance companies? What would you do then? But no one wants to think about that. No one wants to think about that stuff. They just want to be like, yay, rich guy is dead, fuck everybody else. It's ridiculous. And I hope people come to their senses and realize that this does not change anything. This isn't going to change anything. This man's death will change literally nothing. The only thing that this is going to do is make it to where CEOs hide more in the shadows, and they're going to walk around with armed guards and have armored cars. They're going to up security, and you'll never be able to get close to them. So and then the prices will go up because they need to pay for all this security because their life's at risk. Their life is being threatened. So I don't think this fixes anything, because the conversation isn't even about how to improve healthcare right now. Right now, the conversation is about whether or not this guy deserved to die, which is just disgusting. It's one thing to try to turn this into a conversation about how to improve healthcare in the country, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is people are trying to justify why it's okay to celebrate this man's death, and it's absolutely horrendous. I hope if Luigi is convicted, I hope it's based on facts. I hope if he is the person, that he is proven guilty. I don't want him to just be sent to prison just because he's a symbol of whatever. Like I don't want them to lie and be like, oh, we caught the guy, and then just put him in prison. I want there to be a case. I want there to be a process in which he gets proven guilty. But I don't know if that'll bring any justice to the family. I mean, the family, I can only imagine what they're going through with the internet's reaction. I have seen many people online denouncing the celebration of this man's death, but I've seen many more trying to justify it, and it's absolutely horrendous. I'm going to leave it there. like, share the video, subscribe. I'm gonna be making content. I think I have a decent setup for now. Hopefully it runs well. And you know, stop celebrating the death of people. You know, it's not right. This man did nothing wrong. He's not convicted of anything. And if you have proof otherwise, share it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Peace.